Hey guys, so today I'm going to talk about the biggest lie ever told, or at least one of them. And before I get into this, one of the things that the way I stumbled upon this was I was listening to a podcast. I don't remember who it was by, but one of the things I wrote down in my notes was the biggest lie that's ever been told is it's not that simple. And that deeply resonated with me. And the reason why is because that is a huge lie. It's not that simple. And it's like, yes, it really is. Life is really that simple. The simplicity of life is amazing. And it's interesting because everything that we're afraid of seems to be complex and hard. And then when you get down to the root of it, it's really not scary and it's really easy. And to give you a story of this, as Andrew and I were growing our team, neither one of us had grown a team before. And he was like, man, I'm just afraid of all these things and we don't know how to do it. And every time, and one of our notifications to ourselves internally is anytime that we don't want to do something, we tend to use the word how. Well, how do I do it? And that's an identifier of like, no, I actually don't want to do this. I'm not willing to do this. I need to actually stop and think about what I'm doing and why. And if I actually am going to move forward in this. So anyways, Andrew was like, how do we do this? And it's like, it doesn't matter how. We just start. We just start doing it, and then we'll figure it out as we go because we're obviously not experienced enough to know all the ins and outs of how this is going to work. And so what's the best way to do it? Well, you just start. It's like, how do you learn to drive? You get in a car. You have a little bit of instruction up front, some pre-thinking. Hey, this is what a brake is. This is what a gas pedal is. This is what a steering wheel is, right? And then you just get in a car and then you go over all that stuff again, brake, gas, or at least for me, I included clutch, right? And then you drive. And that was how everybody learns to drive, just about, right? You have some educational content. Cool. You got educational content all over the internet for just about any topic, subject you want to learn. And then the next step is to do it. And at first it seems crazy complicated. I'm never going to be able to do this. I'm never going to be able to drive. I'm never going to be able to. There's fear. There's all this stuff. But before you know it, guess what? You're driving. And then before you know that, guess what? You're getting your license because you're taking your learner's permit license. And then you got your permit. And now you're on the road. And it's amazing how everything works like that. Oh, I've never done this before. Okay, hands-on learning. Let's go. The best way to learn is hands-on. That's the best way to learn anything is hands-on. And most things like technical skills and applications that are high focus and high skill set jobs like heart surgery, guess what you do? You shadow. You have all your education up front, but reading a book is not going to give you the experience you need to actually perform the heart operation. So guess what? They read the book. And then guess what they got to do? They got to go shadow somebody and actually perform the operation. That's how it works. And that applies to everything. My college job growing up, I would valet and park cars. And one of the ways that we trained guys was what they called shadowing. And they would literally hop in the passenger seat and the main valet would just drive and park the car so they could watch how everything's done. Because it's not as simple as just throwing it in a spot, believe it or not. As I'm talking about simplicity, it is. But what I'm saying is there's a system. You got to learn some stuff. It's really simple though. But the point is like they all learned through shadowing. Learn by just being there, getting hands-on, and then you switch roles. The valet rides in the passenger seat, and then the trainee, he drives and parks the car, and the valet is helping him watch for all the stuff. So it's amazing how everything in life seems to boil down to getting hands-on experience, so just beginning the process. And if you just begin the journey, all of a sudden, all these things are going to become very clear. If you're lacking clarity, one of two things is happening. If you lack clarity, you either lack experience or you don't see the path in which you should take. In other words, it's a decision-making path, right? You don't see the path that you need to take in order to actually come out of the situation. So you have like 3 or 4 options and you don't know the best one to take. That's one reason why you have lack of clarity. But the other is you just simply haven't started. You haven't started what you should do, and you haven't started and begun the journey of hands-on experience. And so again, going back to the biggest lie, that it's not that simple. It really is. And life is way more simple than you think it is. We just like to make things complicated so we can run away. And I'll be the first to raise my hand and say I've done that. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.